Okay, welcome everybody to our 2025 summer intern introductory town hall meeting. This year we have the pleasure of working with 23 interns across 3 programs. So Google Summer of Code, Code for GovTech Direct Mentoring, as well as Mifos Summer of Code. So hopefully our community members have had a chance to see our introductory blog post officially welcoming our interns. We have such a large number this year that we're going to split our intro town hall across 2 meetings. So today's meeting, we're going to focus on the interns that are working on our mobile and web applications. And first off, just want to give a brief rundown on the time frame of the various programs. So our coding began essentially at the beginning of June, and then the midterm evaluations are coming up in just a couple weeks now. So around July 18th is the midterm evaluations for Summer of Code, and then similar time frame for Code for GovTech. And around that time, we're going to have a showcase meeting where we allow our interns to share the progress on their projects to date. So if you scan that QR code, you'll be able to register for that midterm showcase, which we've scheduled for July 25th. And most likely we'll schedule a second portion of that, as we likely won't be able to get through all of the demonstrations in one session. And then you can see the timeframes here, and we'll send out another invite for the final showcase coming up in September. But a brief rundown of the projects that we're going to be showcasing or just introducing today. On the mobile side, we've got 7 different projects across the 3 intern programs. Saksham is working on the UI and UX component library. We've got 2 interns working on the migration of the Mifos X field officer app to Kotlin multi-platform. And then we're also working on enhancing the Kotlin multi-platform project template. And then we've got a couple of our interns working on a number of different enhancements to both Mifos Pay, our mobile wallet, as Mifos Mobile, our mobile banking application. And then on the web front, we've got a variety of front-end development projects. So Gopi is working on enhancing and refining the current production web app for our user base. And then we're also working on a next generation user interface that's more modular and built on styled SHAD CN components that's being led by Craig. And then Pranav is working on Gazelle to provide a runtime graphical user interface to help with more accessible end-to-end demonstrations. And then next week, we'll have a number of introductions as well. It's actually 13 across the various projects here. So on the MI and AI and ML front, we'll have Priyanshu and an introduction on the bank statement analysis module, and the second version being worked on there. And then we've got projects working on the MCP server for agent-based operations on Mifos X. We've got updates to our generative AI chatbot to help with community support. And then we've got a couple projects related to natural language processing and using voice-driven commands for banking and increasing the inclusion of our various applications. And then this year, we've got a large amount of work happening on new integrations to the platform. So we're integrating with the workflow engine. We're going to be updating our credit bureau integration. And then we're also going to be having a unified loan risk assessment engine based on React-based programming. And then lastly, we're also going to have an AI-driven test framework that Norblin is working on. And last but not least, we actually have 4, projects for Gazelle we'll be showcasing or introducing next week. So the support we're adding for ARM-based architecture, we're going to be introducing the work around the demo profile and creation for Gazelle, and then also the work that's going to happen around integrating with another digital public good, OpenCRVS, as well as some performance enhancements to increase the resource optimization for Mifos Gazelle. So if you haven't registered for next week's town hall, make sure to do that, as we've got those 13 introductions we're going to do next week. But without further ado, I want to pass it off to the first intern we have. This is Craig. He's going to be introducing himself and the work he's going to be doing on the new modular UI as part of the Google Summer of Code program. So Craig, hopefully you able to take yourself off mute, as I think I've made you a panelist. So.
Hi everyone. So it's me, Craig. I'm working on the modular UI based on Shadsi and components for the new and more optimized web app. It would basically be a new version of the web app. It would be better and it would be using reusable components so that future development would be faster and it would be more easier and more consistent as well. That is what I aim to do in my project as part of the Google Summer of Code program. Um, and yeah, as for about me, I joined Mifos. I have been working here and contributing for the past couple of months. And yeah, it's a great community to be a part of. Thank you.
Thank you, Craig, for that introduction. And we're excited about this project that Alex is mentoring along with Craig, as it should deliver exciting new web app architecture we can potentially use for the main web app. But initially, I think a big focus and goal of ours will be to utilize it for some of those non-microfinance and non-financial inclusion based use cases where a more flexible and streamlined UI is necessary. So more of those fintech and digital bank experiences that could be brought to life through this more lightweight modular UI. So looking forward to all the contributions you'll be able to make this summer, Craig. Next up on the web front, we've got Gopi. So Gopi, I'll let you take yourself off mute and introduce yourself and all the valuable enhancements and work you're making and have already made to the web apps.
Okay, thank you. Hello, my name is Cooperation. So I'm working on investment of Mifos web app. So in last month, I upgrade Angular from 14 to 18, and there is many things like bugs, and I'm working on that. Like right now, I'm replacing custom API with generated Open API, and I joined Mifos like I start contributing from last 5 to 6 months, and I loved it because of community active, and yeah, that's it. And in future, my plan is to make a code cave and like many AI tools to use, and we can make it user friendly more. Thank you.
Okay, thanks a lot for that introduction, Gopi, and Gopi, along with Felix and the rest of the front-end web development community have already delivered a ton of great work over the past couple months, and it'll be exciting to see the additional work that Gobi is able to complete over the summer. And we really now have a deeply solid foundation and actively evolving web app that helps to redefine and helps to solidify Mifos X as a solid core banking system. It now has a more polished and stable UI that others can extend for their own respective needs. So thanks, Gopi, and looking forward to your continued contributions throughout the summers. Next up, I've got Hekmatullah, so I'll let you take yourself off mute, Hekmatullah. I think I promoted you from attendee. Let me just check and make sure. Yeah, just one moment. I'll redo that. Yeah, and while Hekmatullah is making sure he can activate his audio and speak, he has been working alongside Rajan and the rest of our mobile development community on our Mifos Pay mobile wallet applications. But I see
Yeah,
you're able to take yourself off mute, so looking forward to your introduction of yourself and your project, Hekmatullah. Go right ahead.
yeah, thank you. Well, hello, I'm Hikmatullah Amin. To start about myself, I'm an open source contributor with Mifos since December 2024, and originally from Afghanistan and currently live in United Kingdom. And I also hold a bachelor's degree in computer application from Pune University. And this summer at Google Summer of Code, I will be working on Mifus Mobile. And And my focus will be on enhancing the security of this application, integrating it to latest payment hub EE, and also streamlining cross-platform deployments, especially iOS with CI/CD and Fastlane. And beyond the technical goals that I have, I really like to uh, collaborate in this community and learn from them, and maybe in future return back and mentor and give back to this community.
Which part of the United Kingdom are you currently based in, Hikmatullah?
In England, I live in Islington.
Okay, how far from London are you?
It's about like I believe 3 hours on train.
Okay,
And
yeah. Yeah, well, hopefully at some point you'll be able to meet up with David as he's outside of London, and then we're trying to get a chapter or meetup of the community there in the UK together. So we'll try to make sure we can make that happen and bring you all together. But yeah, looking forward to your contributions this summer and eager to have you be a long-time bedrock of our community, helping to maintain our mobile applications post the summer. So. All right, next up we've got Saksham. And Saksham, okay, yeah, you're able to speak, I see. Yeah, and Saksham has been already contributing extensively around improving the user experience of our mobile apps, but I'll let him introduce himself and the work he's doing around the UI library that we can use with Compose.
Yes. So my name is Saksham Gupta, and I am working on UI UX component library in Compose. And currently, I am working on the projects of Android client as well as on Mifos mobile. So we are revolutionizing that product and creating that product for the users according to the users, customized based on the users' preferences, and we are changing its whole interface so that it can be more user friendly, and it will be a one of its kind product in whole open source community as well. So that is like a vision we are following. And particularly my personal goal is to enhance my skill through hands-on learning and broaden my perspective with a uh, whole exposure, global exposure, which I am getting in this Mifos environment. I am learning a lot here, in guidance of Rajan sir. I am learning a lot. We have created a whole architecture based on Figma, in which we have implemented that KMP files as well. So this thing is like a very new for me, and a very growing experience and a learning opportunity for me. Yes.
Thank you, Saksham, for that introduction. And that's exactly what we're aiming to achieve with our participation in these summer intern programs. I really want to see you grow personally and professionally, and at the same time be able to deliver a tremendous amount of value and capabilities to the rest of the community. And you're definitely doing that on the front of providing valuable UI experience that we can share across the different mobile apps, and really happy to hear how much you're able to advance your skills and experiences as a developer. We're looking forward to all you'll be able to achieve throughout the summer. So thank you. And then next up on the mobile side, we've got Nagarjuna.
Yeah, hello. Am I?
Yeah, go right ahead. So.
Yeah. Hi, hello everyone. I hope you are all doing well. I am Nagarjuna. Currently pursuing BTech fourth year in computer science engineering. Yeah, I contribute. I started contributing to Mifos almost 1 year. I joined September 2024. and in this summer DMP program, I will be focusing on the Mifos mobile application enhancement. Like the major part is migrating multi-model Kotlin structure to Kotlin multi-platform and enhancing the UI and like supporting the external payment systems, particularly like Mozoloop, MPSAP, and Payment Hub EE, and yeah, and adding UI test coverage for the data layer and UI, and also adding CI/CD pipelines and releasing into the different platforms. Yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Nagarjuna. I'm looking forward to those enhancements coming to Mifos Mobile, especially to connections to those external payment systems and for some of the opportunities we have going on related to shared infrastructure for credit unions in the regions like Trinidad and Tobago. The mobile banking application is a critical gap that we have in the overall functionalities we can provide. So really hoping that we can deliver upon a highly polished and usable mobile banking app that we can be proud to deliver to these customers. So you've got a great project you're working on and looking forward to all you'll be able to accomplish as part of the direct mentoring program through Code for GovTech. And then Pranay, we'll pass it on to you to introduce the work you're doing around the mobile Mifos X field officer apps.
Hi everyone, I'm Pranoy and I'm a third year student and I'm from Bangladesh. And I've been contributing to Mifos for more than a year under the mentorship of Rajan sir. Like in this period of time, like I have learned so many things from him, and like I'm really grateful to be a part of this journey. And this summer, like I'm working on the field officer application, migrating it to Kotlin multi-platform. So what my job is right now is uh, field officer application is out now only supports in Android. So I'm working on to make it available in also in other platforms such as iOS desktop and the web application. And we are almost there. Like last week we have migrated it, and right now like we are doing some cleanups, and after that we will just merge the KMP branch into a div. And that's all, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, Pranay. And likewise, similar to the mobile banking app, we've got a couple of users in the community who are giving feedback on what they need around mobile field operations. So we're looking forward to being able to leverage the field officer app on top of Kotlin multi-platform to enable these users to empower their field officers that are using whichever devices they might have. And hopefully we'll be able to deliver on some new functionalities and capabilities as part of the field officer app. So looking forward to working with you throughout the summer as well. And then next up, we've got our second Mifos Summer of Code intern, Gila Clara, also working on the migration of the field officer app over to KMP. So I'll pass it on to you for your update and introduction, Gila Clara.
Yeah, hello everyone. I am Revant Kumar, currently studying my final year of computer science engineering at RJKT RK Valley, Andhra Pradesh, India. I have been doing mobile app development from last 1 year and have been contributing to Mifos from the last 6 months, during which I have learned a lot about Kotlin multi-platform. Coming to my project for the Mifos Summer of Code, along with Pranay, I am also working on migrating the existing field officer application to Kotlin multi-platform. Previously, the app only supports Android, but now we are migrating it to support Android, iOS, desktop, JS, and Wasm.js. Once the migration is completed, we also implement the new UI UX markups which are designed by Saksham, which gives the more professional and modern look to the app. And we will also generate the documentation using KDocs and Docker. And we will also update the CI/CD pipelines to align with new multi-platform setup. Then we will try to deploy the app to Play Store and App Store. And we have almost completed the migration. Next, we will do the UI UX markups. So overall, our goal is to make the Android app to work on all platforms. And that's it about my project. Thank you for giving this opportunity.
Yeah, thank you, Gila Kara. Just like I said for Prone, really looking forward to everything we're going to be able to incorporate into the field officer app, and it'll be great to have it be on KFP to allow that cross-platform development. So, all right, next up on our introductions, we've got Biplab. So Biplab, I'll let you give your intro. So.
Thank you, Ed. Hello, everyone. I have been a physics teacher for the last 10 years, and the past 2 years I have been working towards switching to computer science engineering. And in that journey, I came across Mifos, looking to work for, when I was looking to contribute to open source community, and I found this community very welcoming and supportive in every way. So I started my journey with Mifos around 6 months back. And the time has been really wonderful and great learning experience. Well, currently, I'm like focused on migrating the Mifos X field officer app to Kotlin multi-platform, along with Pranay and Revant. They have mostly covered our goals, what we are looking to do in the Kotlin the field officer app. What I am currently focusing on is testing, like migration is done to the Kotlin multi-platform. And currently we are supporting Android, iOS, and desktop. Android is mostly done, other than the fixing the bugs and testing each feature works reliably. And there are some features which are missing compared to the web app. We'll work on that also. And of course, the new UI UX, when it comes in, we'll integrate that as well. The desktop app is building, but there are features which have not been, which are specific to desktop only. So we have to implement that. And yeah, so that's it from my side. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Biplab. And it's really neat that with the more recent incarnations of Summer of Code being open to not just university students, that we're able to utilize Summer of Code to introduce a more, seasoned profession like yourself to open source. So happy we're able to help take you along that journey. And it's nice to have a broad range of differing participants that we have as part of our intern programs. So looking forward to all the contributions you're going to make, and thank you for all your efforts so far.
Thank you.
And then, oh, you're welcome, BitLab. Pranav, I'll pass it on to you, and really looking forward to the work Pranav is doing this summer, as Gazelle we've seen is a really powerful tool and has generated a lot of interest in the DPI space, but having a user base to help the less technical users navigate and get value out of it will be highly impactful. So looking forward to hearing what you're working on, Pranav.
Hello everyone. I think I am audible.
Yeah.
I'm Pranav. I'm from Maharashtra, India. I'm currently will be going to my fourth year. I've just completed my third year in computer science and engineering from VIT Vellore. I've been contributing to Mifos for about 6-7 months. I used to contribute before my intern at Mifos X Web App. And now I am working on Mifos Gazelle runtime GUI. Mifos Gazelle is actually a deployment tool for all the DPIs by Mifos, and I am working on the runtime GUI for Mifos Gazelle. What the scope of the project is that uh, uh, the people who would want to get or who would want to understand how each feature, they would want to understand how the particular feature works in any of the platform, how the data transfers from one DPI to other. If they want a demo for it, they could just go through the web platform that I'm working on. They would just select the demo and they would just get an interactive experience. They would get the demo details on one side and they would interact with the TPGs on the other side and they would interact with the demo environment. So if any client or any person, either technical or non-technical, would deeply understand without any coding knowledge or the background knowledge, a very abstracted view of how the process works during the Gazelle deployment and how the data transfers between the DPGs. So this is summary of what for the project that I'm working on. And I'm really grateful to work here. Thank you.
Thank you, Pranav, and really appreciate all the contributions you had made prior to starting this internship, and happy that you were flexible and shifting over to different projects. So looking forward to everything that you're going to accomplish. So. Okay, and then I'm not sure if we've got our last mobile intern available to join today, but I think, yeah, in the sake, we actually went through the introductions quite rapidly, but I don't think our other interns who are going to have introduce themselves are probably ready to showcase this week. So I think we'll wrap up the showcase or the introduction a little bit early. But for those that want